Growing up, society taught you to follow the script by choosing a career path and climbing the ladder. But for many people, this promise falls flat. Work suffocates them and life becomes painful. Here, you're trapped in what I call the corporate cage. Fortunately, there's a way out. You can take control of your corporate job and unlock a life of freedom. I call this living uncaged. Hi, this is your host, Matt Doan. I'm a coach, creator, and entrepreneur. Uncaging people is my mission because it's been my exact life journey. This show provides you the stories, principles, and tactics to make it happen. Welcome to Uncage Yourself. Hey there. So I've got a very quick episode for you today, and I want to lead it off with a specific question. What do you think of education and training today? When you hear those two words like boring or tired might come to mind. Old school thoughts of college lecture halls or on-demand courses or click-through corporate trainings just go through your mind. You're like, oh, I hate this stuff. It's no fun. I don't really learn anything. I'm just checking the box. And I get the credentials at the end. I get the degree. I get the certificate, whatever it is. I get to pass compliance training at work. It's not real learning. You're not transforming as a person. And isn't that the point, that you actually transform as a person? You go from A to B. Otherwise, we're just going through the motions and wasting our time and attention. And that's too precious. Over COVID, at the start of it, we started to see a rise of a new form of education. And this is the idea of education technology, or the EdTech industry. And there was one specific element that intrigued me a lot, which was the rise of cohort-based courses. If you're familiar with Seth Godin's Alt MBA program, you can look it up. It's a really revolutionary course that started years back. And it's the idea of taking a cohort of like-minded, similar situation individuals and putting them through a rapid sprint to get from A to B, to help them transform to achieve some goal. And it's not this multi-year, $200,000 effort. It's not a boring class that you take online by yourself, but you actually feel community and accountability. And that's the point of a cohort-based course, is to feel that sense of camaraderie, that humanity, that connection with people that are also seeking to transform just like you. And you work with one another, you uplift each other, you give feedback, you get feedback, you learn, grow, push, pull. It's an amazing interaction. And that's the point of cohort-based courses. And there's been a rise of this over the last couple of years since COVID. And it's a great new form of learning, not just education and training, but learning and transforming an individual to a new state. So I'm really excited that I have the honor to be a part of this now. And there's a leading platform out there. It was funded by Andreessen Horowitz from a venture capital perspective, called Maven. Maven is founded by the people that created Udemy and created Alt MBA and several other really impressive cohort-based courses. And now they have this platform, this technology, and this curriculum on how to bring cohort-based courses to the world. And I'm fortunate enough to have been accepted onto that, and now I get to deliver a course which I called Uncaged Academy. I've delivered this course once, and I really just want to put this on your radar right now. The idea first of living uncaged, if you've not heard my spiel before, is two things. One is, let me set it up foundationally. There's an argument to be said which says you need to climb the ladder in the corporate life, or you need to escape the 9-to-5 and do your own thing as an entrepreneur. Those are two polar opposites. Climbing the corporate ladder, escaping the 9-to-5. And it feels a little crazy to think you must pick one or the other. In reality, the majority of people need to work for employers because they're not wired for entrepreneurship. But they don't need to climb the ladder in some crazy obsessive way. So what's a middle ground? What's a middle ground for thriving within the 9-to-5 corporate realm? Salaried life. How do you thrive there on your own terms, so you still have the space and energy to create the lifestyle you want, to unlock time freedom, financial freedom, health freedom, more relationships in your life, more purpose? How do you get that going while still working a 9 to 5? I think that's the big question. And that's what excites me so much. And that was my past life. And that's why I'm teaching people to go from this state of feeling caged by corporate to living uncaged, where they can do two things: control the 9 to 5 and create a lifestyle that they love. That's my value proposition, is to sit in that sweet spot where you're still in corporate and you can unlock a life that you freaking love, and you design it. You set the terms for how you show up at work, and you design the life experience you want on the outside of work. I hope that's appealing to you. I think there's going to be a lot of people that hear this and go, oh shit, that's possible? Yes, it is. I've done it. A lot of my clients are doing it in my coaching programs. My previous cohort, they're living this. So this is the idea of Uncaged Academy. I was blessed to have a first cohort. We spent 4 weeks together. It was a sprint. Each week was its own module. We started with module 1, which was stop the bleeding. How do you minimize the pain of the current reality? How do you look at it for what it is and make it better? Module 2 then is start dreaming. Unconstrained, what is the life you want? And how does your career enable that life? Module 3 then is designing your freedom blueprint. When you look across the freedom elements of time, financial, purpose, relationship, and health, for all those elements, if you up your freedom in those 5 areas, you're going to live a damn good life. So we spec out exactly what does that look like from the next 30 days to where am I in a year, 5 years, 10 years. It's a glide path. It's not an exact plan, but we get some rich, exciting detail, almost like a vision board of where am I pointing with my life and my career. And then we end the curriculum. The 4th module of 4 weeks is on imagining your side hustle. In the reality of today's economy, diversifying is really important. Staying in a single stream income from your employer, let's call it what it is, it's risky. If you get fired, you're left scrambling. So you have this amazing set of skills and experiences and worldviews. You're one of one in that sense. So my question to you is, why not side hustle? Why not experiment on the side to see what you're capable of? One, you'll ignite some new income streams. Almost all my coaching clients are doing this. I did it while still in corporate. And you never know what it can turn into. It can turn into something massive and beautiful. And if it's purpose-driven and it gives you energy, that's something to consider. But at the very least, you'll test yourself and grow in new ways. So that's the point of the 4th module when you imagine your side hustle and diversify in this new economy, right? We're all digital now, so you might as well diversify. It's super simple. You have an internet connection. You've got a brain, go to work, okay? So that's what it is. The Uncaged Academy is a 4-week cohort-based course. It's a very immersive experience. You're growing together, building friends, relationships. It's hosted on a platform called the Uncaged Club. It's on a tool called Circle. And over there, we have a lot of rich interaction, communication. That's where you log all your assignments. That's where you download what to do. There's a rich library of content. We have other events, guest speakers, things like that. And you have access to Uncaged Club after you graduate Uncaged Academy for your lifetime. It's a beautiful value, in my opinion. And a lot of people are getting value out of it. So that's Uncaged Academy in a nutshell. I hope you'll consider some form of cohort-based course in your future. This is not about some massive degree. It's about attaining a specific transformation you want in your life. And we just talked about the type of transformation I like to offer, which is about reducing the pain of the 9 to 5 and creating the life you actually want. What's a glide path for that actually look like? That's the focus. But I hope you're finding new ways to personally grow and stretch yourself. This is an option. You'll see in the show notes the links to it. My shorthand link is just go to uncaged.academy. That's where you'll find it. Hopefully the link doesn't break. It usually works, but you should be able to get to it, and I'll post it in the show notes as well. I would love to have you. I don't accept everyone. I want to make sure that we have a certain caliber and profile of person. Most people are mid-career professionals, and they've had quite a bit of success already. They're not fresh college graduates. They're mid-career people that have some real life experience and are looking for something new and massively transformative in their life. So we go through a little bit of an application process just to make sure we're on the same page. But I would love to have you. And I'll have a link in the show notes for if you have any questions. I'm happy to talk. Thanks so much. Have a wonderful day. Hey, Matt here. Thanks for listening to Uncage Yourself. For show notes and more content like this, head over to uncageyourself.fm. And if you liked what you heard, I'd appreciate you leaving a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Until next time, be well, my friend.